think eating avocados makes you healthier, you might want to think again. Before you slice into that creamy green fruit, there's something you need to know. While avocados have become the gold standard of clean eating, especially for people over 60, new research suggests they could be doing the opposite of what you expect, quietly increasing your risk of stroke, liver stress, and even cognitive decline. It all depends on how you're eating them. A groundbreaking study in 2023 found that common mistakes with avocado prep and storage can multiply your intake of oxidized fats, compounds that accelerate aging from the inside out. Even more disturbing, nearly every older adult is unknowingly making at least one of these dangerous avocado errors. And mistake number one: it can raise your stroke risk nearly 50% in less than a week. These aren't fringe claims. They're backed by peer-reviewed data. So if you've been thinking, avocados are always good for me, this video might just change your mind. Feel free to enjoy your avocado toast, but be mindful of these 6 common pitfalls, as some can have serious health consequences. Avocados are hailed everywhere as the ultimate health food. They're praised by doctors, featured in wellness blogs, and promoted by fitness influencers. You'll see them topping salads, blended into smoothies, or smashed onto sourdough bread as a symbol of clean eating. But here's the twist, especially relevant to those in their golden years. What if the way you've been consuming this nutrient-packed fruit is inadvertently harming your brain, heart, or liver? That's not just fear-mongering. A 2023 clinical trial showed that when avocados are improperly handled or prepared, they can increase your intake of damaged fats by nearly 190%, the same harmful compounds that rapidly accelerate arterial plaque buildup. Even more shocking, nearly every person over 60 is guilty of at least one of these 6 avocado blunders, and the first mistake alone, it can push your risk of a cerebrovascular event up by almost half within just days. You won't hear about this on daytime talk shows, nor will you find it on nutrition labels. But in this video, we're peeling back the truth layer by layer. Using rigorously reviewed research, we'll walk through 6 seemingly harmless avocado habits that are actually linked to dangerous allergic episodes, adverse reactions with prescription drugs, and serious complications in older adults. Time really is critical here, because you could be making one of these errors right now, thinking you're helping your body while silently doing it harm. One of these habits can tamper with how your liver handles medication. Another can expose your meals to neurotoxic residues right in your kitchen, even if the dish looks clean and fresh. But before we unpack it all, drop a quick comment and let us know your location. We genuinely raid them all and provide tailored health advice to support your wellness journey. So let's dive right in. Leaving the stone inside a sliced avocado might seem harmless, wise, or even. It's a popular technique often shared online as a hack to maintain freshness. Maybe your mother or grandmother passed it down. It seems intuitive. The pit is part of the fruit, so surely it helps. But the science tells another story. In a 2019 experiment conducted by UC food science researchers, they examined this exact belief by cutting 100 avocados in half and storing them in the refrigerator. One half retained the seed, the other didn't. Then they scanned the surfaces after 24 hours using color mapping software to measure oxidation. The difference, barely there, only a tiny circle, precisely under where the seed touched, browned less. The rest oxidized just as fast, pit or no pit. The reasoning is simple. Once the flesh is exposed to air, an enzyme named polyphenol oxidase interacts with oxygen molecules, triggering the browning we all recognize. The pit doesn't halt this, except where it physically blocks air contact. Believing it preserves the fruit often leads people to save leftovers longer than advisable. The FDA published a study in 2021 revealing that improperly stored avocados can develop dangerous bacterial growth after 48 hours, specifically Listeria monocytogenes, a pathogen that can trigger listeriosis, a potentially deadly infection, especially harmful to expectant mothers and older adults with weakened immunity. However, there's a better way to preserve your avocados. A quick brush of lemon or lime juice over the cut side creates an acid barrier, naturally reducing browning and extending freshness without risk. Most people are completely unaware that avocados, healthy as they are, can counteract the effectiveness of certain prescription drugs, particularly anticoagulants. If you're one of the millions relying on blood thinners like warfarin, you need to hear this. Avocados are a rich source of vitamin K, a nutrient essential for blood clot formation. A medium-sized avocado carries around 21 micrograms of it, more than a quarter of your daily requirement. That's normally great news, unless you're on a medication trying to reduce clotting. In that case, increased vitamin K throws a wrench into the system. Consider the case of a 68-year-old gentleman whose health was stable for 3 years post-heart surgery while on warfarin. But after introducing a daily avocado into his meals, his INR score, a critical indicator of blood thinning efficiency, plummeted from 2.5 to 1.2. Within a fortnight, he suffered a minor stroke. Dr. Robert Chen, a leading cardiac expert, emphasizes that consistency is crucial when on blood thinners. Your dose is carefully tailored based on typical vitamin K intake. Adding or suddenly removing foods like avocado disrupts this balance. It's not just the fruit itself. Smoothies, dips, and avocado oil can all affect your medication. But there's no need to ban avocados altogether. What matters is maintaining a steady intake. If you plan to consume them more often, gradually incorporate them while closely monitoring your INR levels. Some newer anticoagulants, like apixaban or rivaroxaban, aren't influenced by vitamin K, so speak to your healthcare provider about possible alternatives. In the meantime, track your vitamin K consumption by keeping a food log, noting how much avocado, spinach, kale, or green tea you consume. Share this log with your doctor during visits to ensure your medication dosage remains effective. Many patients discover that eating small, measured amounts of avocado each day, rather than erratic servings, helps them enjoy the fruit safely. Tossing an underripe avocado into your blender may feel like no big deal, but it might be giving your gut more than it bargained for. Avocados that haven't matured fully contain high concentrations of persin, a naturally occurring defense chemical the plant uses to ward off fungi. While these levels drop as the fruit ripens, premature consumption can cause serious discomfort. A 2020 investigation by food chemists found unripe avocados carried over 3 times more persin than ripe ones. Dr. Lisa Thompson, a digestive health specialist at UCLA, has seen countless cases of what she playfully refers to as avocado belly. Her patients often report cramping, gas, and diarrhea, which upon further questioning, she traces back to consuming green, unripe avocados. In addition to persin, these immature fruits contain hardided, digest starches and tannins, which disrupt your gut flora. A study from Stanford University in 2022 showed that unripe avocado alters microbiome balance, reducing beneficial bacteria by nearly a quarter in just a month. And the problem isn't just nutritional, it's sensory. Unripe avocados have a chalky, unpleasant consistency that resists blending. Their grassy, bitter flavor overtakes the rest of your ingredients, leaving a less than enjoyable smoothie. So how do you tell if an avocado's ready? Squeeze it gently in your palm. It should give just slightly. Peel off the nub at the stem. If it's green underneath, it's ripe. Brown means overripe. If the stem doesn't budge, it still needs time. Speed up the ripening by putting it in a brown paper bag with a banana. This traps ethylene gas and can soften the fruit within 48 hours. But don't resort to microwaving. It only softens the texture without reducing toxin levels, leaving your digestive system vulnerable. You might not realize it, but if you have a sensitivity to latex, avocados can be unexpectedly dangerous. Many people are unaware of a condition called latex fruit syndrome. It occurs because some fruits, including avocados, contain proteins that mimic those found in natural latex. When your immune system confuses them for the real thing, it reacts with everything from mild itchiness to severe anaphylaxis. One academic journal documented that over half of individuals with known latex sensitivity also experienced reactions to avocados. Dr. Jennifer Patel, a renowned allergist, shared the story of a nurse with mild latex reactivity. One evening, after eating guacamole at a local restaurant, her body went into crisis, throat swelling, pressure crashing, saved only by an emergency epinephrine shot. These proteins, called chitinases, aren't destroyed by cooking, so even baked goods or sauces made with avocado can pose a threat. Cross-contamination makes things worse. If your food was prepped by someone wearing latex gloves, proteins can transfer directly. And avocados aren't the only culprits. Bananas, kiwis, and chestnuts share these allergenic patterns. If you suspect you're sensitive to latex, consult a doctor and get tested. Both skin, prick, and blood tests can determine your risk. If diagnosed, strict avoidance is safest. There's no preparation trick that makes avocados safe once you're reactive. Always carry an emergency epinephrine injector and ask restaurants about ingredients. These days, avocado is hiding in unexpected dishes like dressings, smoothies, and even baked snacks. One bite could trigger a serious episode. Recently, there's been a growing trend promoting avocado seeds as the next big superfood, blended into powders, added to baked goods, or even eaten raw. But this wellness fad is a dangerous one. Though these seeds contain antioxidant compounds, they also harbor toxic elements, including extremely high levels of persin, up to 100 times greater than the fruit's flesh. And here's the irony: your body can't even access the antioxidants in the dense seed, so any potential benefit is essentially lost. Worse still, the seeds don't break down well. Several gastrointestinal specialists have reported emergency cases involving intestinal damage caused by seed fragments. One young woman ended up in surgery after daily smoothies with ground seed led to multiple perforations in her gut lining. And she's not alone. Poison control centers have reported a steep rise in calls related to avocado seed ingestion over the past few years. The symptoms range from blockages to cyanide, like toxicity. Grinding the seed properly requires industrial equipment. Standard kitchen blenders often leave sharp chunks behind. These fragments can't be digested and may pierce internal tissues. Want to do something useful with your avocado pit? Try composting it or turning it into crafts, but don't eat it. Most certified nutrition experts and doctors strongly advise against ingesting avocado seeds in any form. Now, here's a mistake that neutralizes all the health benefits you think you're getting from avocado: cooking it at high temperatures. Whether you're frying slices, broiling halves, or baking it into hot recipes, you're likely damaging its healthiest components. That's because avocados are loaded with monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, that can't handle high heat. Their smoke point is around 270 degrees F. Exceed it, and those fats oxidize, releasing harmful substances into your food. A 2020 lab study confirmed that heating avocado oil even briefly at 350 degrees F created byproducts known to harm DNA. Other findings revealed that cooking avocados destroys vital nutrients like vitamin C, folate, and vitamin B6 by up to 90%. Not only do you lose the good stuff, but you also risk exposure to acrylamide, a probable carcinogen found in burnt foods. Heated avocados were found to have dangerously high levels of this compound, well above global safety recommendations. And let's be honest, hot avocado doesn't taste good. It becomes stringy, bitter, and loses its creamy richness. The smart choice: use avocado raw or let your food cool slightly before adding it. Toss slices into warm pasta, mix it into room temperature salads, or drizzle avocado-based sauces onto dishes after plating. If you crave grilled flavor, char your vegetables first and add avocado afterward. It's about preserving flavor and nutrition without turning a superfood into a health hazard. So now you're aware. Avocados are potent allies in your health journey, but only if treated with the respect they deserve. These common mistakes may seem harmless, but for those over 60, they can carry real consequences. Have you ever experienced odd symptoms after eating avocado? Drop your stories or questions in the comments. We respond personally. And if this video taught you something new, tap that subscribe button. We're here weekly with practical tips to help you thrive in every decade of life.